you will not even be able to witness. This is your newscaster, Holly Caustic, wishing you a good night. The time is 9 p.m. GMT. I'm sure it's fine, so the next poem, I use you. I do not use you in a subjective manner. I use it in an objective manner. So, by the end of the poem, you will know what you I am talking about, and I assure you it's not individuals in the audience. Listen to my nightmare. Listen to the soldiers as they march to somewhere. Listen to the soldiers as their feet echo in the streets. My nightmare is so complete. Listen to my nightmare. Its reason, like a knife, hear it in the city. News of new-fell tears, jagged words, broken people with shackles on your hearts. You stand with feet apart, fists raised high against the sky. Silhouettes of frozen lines with boiling blood and steady stare. Your lives become my nightmare. It's turned me inside out. And now my life is your nightmare, and your nightmare is my life. Just an interesting point about that. That was written in Cairo in 1981. And I was with the banking fraternity of the nice, luxurious part of Cairo. You could walk around the corner and see people living in cardboard boxes, literally cardboard boxes. And there was a lot of military going on then, and I wonder if it had anything to do. They say war takes about 20 years to organise. So the next one is again this theme. This is not a recollection. There is no reverence anymore. And is there no creed to save us now? This is not a recollection. We are tainted, we are broken, we are weakened, we are tainted, we are guilty. This is not a memory. We are living and we are haunted. We are haunted by aggression. It stalks the world in corporate guise, and consumers pace the streets, all built of lies. We talk with words and minds deny. There's no market the truths of lies. And to the bankers and to the system, our willing blindness does provide. Our willing blindness does provide their power. There is no recollection. There is no disconnection. This time your heart must make selection. No, this is not a memory. There is no vote to save you now. We are living, we are guilty, we are haunted while they float. It's so obvious, it's by our choice. We are living and we are haunted, haunted by aggression, crippled by suppression. It's so obvious and it's subliminal. It's consumption of our spirits. It's so obvious and it is so criminal. This one's written about picking envelopes off the sort of postmat in the morning. Brown ones with windows. Who's the master when you stand in the queue? And who's the master when you're paying your dues? And who's the master when you lie in your bed? And who is the master when you can't find your head? And hope splinters like a mirror on the wall. Who is the master when you're paying your bills? And who is the master when you're calling a doctor? Concrete kills, doctors can't cure, they give you pills. And who is the master when dreams shatter in your hands? When the thorns of reason inside your heart scream out, yeah, who is this master and what's he about? I'll tell you who the master is. The master is fear. The master is fear and he hides inside. He hides inside your head. The master is fear and he hides inside your head. This is what our governments bank on, which is why they're still there. And our governments basically dictate, by the greed of people that want to earn their credit cards, expense accounts, to the media, which is taking all sorts of subtle forms these days. This is a dig at newspapers. It's questioning how we so easily accept murder and let it go until the next murder, let that one go until the next one. So it's the chain of disregard and indifference to human life. This one is from the newspapers. Oh, it just happens. No one knows why. We drink our coffee, we go to work. It's in the papers. She's always bright and always beautiful. The apple of someone's eye. A sobbing father, a choking mother. We do our shopping and we phone our friends. We trash the things we don't need and listen to the radio as it sins. We turn the pages and wash our hands of the still warm milk, and somewhere a coroner wipes the slab of marble. Its vibrant veins of grey. She's always popular and ready to help. She's flesh and blood, she's veins of blue. A knife cuts through the substance, not the lies. No beauty in her demise, just sensations that tug the heartstrings and drop that human tear. For a moment we touch the grief in this web of lies. It's the hands of the devil that stir these evil skies, where human tragedy spills like plastic straws, trampled by the feet of the media industries that drink dry the milk of human kindness. Promotions of incidental notes on porous paper, it all rings flat, a slipping beat in this damned symphony of disharmony, singular notes in an octave of pain. This one is several verses that I've bridged together out of a narrative poem that's about, at this moment, 40 verses. So it's kind of a synopsis of something I'm working on. It's called My Answer to the Calling, which is to do with the responsibility of active thinking persons that are not affiliated to a salary. Where that salary comes from. It comes from somewhere. We bind our hands with fallacies of the collective mind, gained along this wanton path where man has sharpened weapons of fear, with a stone of self-deception and treachery, hubris and albatross about our necks. And we, our thoughts cast into the fires of poverty and war. Oh, and if only this globe could be likened to the laws and regulations of justice, penned and planned on paper boundaries, I could take it in my hands and shred it into tiny, tiny pieces, confetti for this marriage of lies. This calls for all to look deeper, deep into this well of still deeper waters that ebb and swell on these unhappy shores, where the wrecks of society leave their carnage and the debris of their blindness, dry like the sort of tumultuous waves that lash the eroding rocks of civilized thought. Ignorance, but a force to fuel this maelstrom of belief that burns clarity in fact, life petrified from the roots. And the ashes of this funeral pyre that rise and roll like a cameo cloud against the horizon of a too long human race, angry now like the wolves that howl and bay under the hanging moon as she wanes and shines. This shadow marking time across the lands with history's hand, from the fallowed fields to the deserts parched by the glare of gluttony, etched in the eyes of frightened nations, faith and hunger hand in hand, strike the lands, and through silent, relentless concrete, hear the junkies moan, and see where the homeless huddle under the arches of the vestibules of wealth and riches. And now listen to the irony of clad winds, as she brings to us the tidings of hyenas and jackals, as they clamour and cackle over hidden coffers that are and have ever been closed to the poor